The vibration in my pocket startled me just as I reached for a box of cereal. Her name lit up on the screen, my wife. I answered, expecting something ordinary. Instead, her voice came through clipped and shaking. "Where are you?" "Aisle 7. I replied casually. "Grabbing cereal with our son." Silence. Too long. Then her voice sharpened. Urgent. "Leave the cart. Leave everything. Walk calmly to the front and get out." I froze, my hand still resting on the cereal box.
Why?
"I'm not finished. I can't explain. Just go."
Now.
Her voice cracked under the weight of panic. Beside me, my son tugged on my sleeve, asking if we could still get the marshmallow cereal. I forced a smile and nodded. But inside my chest, something tightened. Her words didn't carry fear for our safety. They carried something else. Something secret. Something she didn't want me to see. I took his hand and walked out, steady and measured, though each step felt heavier than the last. That was the moment I understood. Whatever game was being played, I wasn't supposed to notice. And that's exactly why I did. That evening, she behaved like nothing had happened, laughing at her own stories, serving dinner, pretending everything was fine. But her eyes darted too often. Her hands trembled slightly when she poured the wine. She thought I wasn't watching. But I always watch. Lying in bed, I replayed that call again and again. It hadn't been fear, not the kind that protects. She hadn't been shielding me from danger. She was shielding something from me. Someone, perhaps. A presence she didn't want me to witness. That was when suspicion took root, and it spread like wildfire. Later that night, her phone buzzed. She snatched it up too quickly, too desperately. "Work," she muttered. But she was in finance. No one calls after midnight unless the world is on fire. I said nothing, but I knew. From that moment on, I became deliberate, patient, surgical. While she showered, I checked her phone. Deleted call logs, missing texts, strange gaps where conversations should have been. I went through her emails, her accounts, her browsing history. I wasn't reckless. I was methodical, removing rot from the flesh of our life like a surgeon. But it wasn't the numbers or the logs that shattered me. It was the photos, buried in hidden folders. A man always smiling, her smile answering his. Their hands laced together, their lips pressed. My chest went hollow. My reflection blurred on the screen. The next day, I ordered a DNA test. Not because I doubted my son. My love for him had always gone beyond blood. But betrayal runs deeper than biology. I needed the truth. 2 weeks. That's how long it took. 2 weeks of wearing a mask. Of pretending through family dinners, holding her hand in public, kissing her cheek as if I wasn't burning alive inside my own skin. She grew careless. I grew colder. When the envelope arrived, I opened it calmly. Hands steady. The results were merciless in their clarity. Probability of paternity, 0%. No debate. No excuse. Just truth, sharp and absolute. That evening, I laid the paper on the table. She walked in curious, then pale. Her eyes scanned the page, her hands trembling. "Pleased it's not what you think." I said nothing. Silence is sharper than any word. She crumbled into fragments. Excuses, sobs, broken apologies. "Please." I watched, detached. The balance of power shifted. The next morning, I packed her suitcase, folded her clothes neatly, placed the bag by the door. When she stumbled into the room, eyes red and swollen, I slid it toward her. "Leave." Her lips parted, searching for leverage, but found none. "I can explain." I shook my head. "Once. Final. This isn't your home anymore. Neither am I." She broke into sobs, the sound of a life collapsing. I didn't shout. I didn't curse.
I didn't strike.
I simply stood there and watched her unravel until she was small enough to carry her own suitcase out the door. The door shut, and the silence that followed was the cleanest sound I'd ever heard. My son sat at the table coloring. Innocent. untouched by the poison his mother had spilled into our lives. He looked up and smiled. He didn't need my blood to be mine. I would raise him, protect him, love him. As for her, she no longer existed. Not in this house. Not in my future. Betrayal doesn't end in fire. It ends in absence. And when she walked away, I felt no rage, no grief, only clarity. That night, as I turned off the light, my final thought was cold and unwavering. The truth had set me